Well, hello again. After what has been a really long time since I last did a video, I actually had an email from YouTube saying to me, "It's been a minute. You better start making stuff again, you lazy nitwit." And I was like, "All right." I mean, they didn't obviously say that, but for use of a better term, I need to start making video content again, and it's been really hard. And I've been thinking about loads of different ways in which I could do this because the hardest thing about making content in any capacity, which is so pivotal, be it short form stuff on TikTok, Insta Reels, whatever it might be, or YouTube, is time. Time is the biggest factor, without a shadow of a doubt. I find that time is, over the years gone by, that time is whittled down to a small fragment because of like life and family and kids and all that kind of stuff. And I want to make sure that I'm continuing to make things on the channel. And obviously, the time with editing and creating a lot of that extra stuff. I still want to get back to doing those kind of things, but I think what's important is making something that I can do easily and regularly that I can upload to the channel. So I figured I have no idea where this is going. Getting on here and just having a chit chat, and I can get this up quickly and try and do this as often and as frequently as possible. If you're brand new to the channel, I'm Sav, Adam, Sav, but you may be a previous subscriber from, having seen things that I've done obviously on the channel or on the first hour on Jinx, like a TV show that I host, or across esports that I host and things as well. Because that's my bread and butter. It's kind of like, kind of as a host, but also lots of other things going on as well. And if you're brand new to the channel, hiya, how you doing? I think there's a lot of online in general at the moment. There's a lot of people who, are out there who I know are making the, top tier content in terms of like, videos and, all the flash edits and whatnot. And I figured I'd make this a bit more simple and keep it a bit more chill, really, and just talk about the things that are kind of going on, obviously, in the gaming world and other things too, and things that have kind of come up for me recently that are worth talking about. Obviously, it's Christmas time, so that's a big factor. And I think gaming around Christmas, that's how I kind of got into this kind of like, I should just make a video about some stuff inclusive of Christmas. Gaming and Christmas for me go hand in hand. My very earliest memory of kind of Christmas was I think it's like my dad getting a Nintendo, the original NES. Yeah, I'm that old. I'm a dinosaur. Really, like a long time ago. But I associate Christmas with games, and every single Christmas rolls around, I think about gaming in general. I think for me, another Christmas sticks out when I got my Xbox 360, Gears of War, Mass Effect, unbelievable. A following year, I remember my parents, like family, everyone was kind of all over the place, and I was with my mum at home, and I got Ghostbusters on the Xbox 360. I mean, the game was pretty pony, but it was Ghostbusters, and it was Christmas Day, and I played the nuts out of that. It was awesome. So there's that. So I have Christmases, and as time's gone on, kids, Switches, all that kind of stuff. So I'm always kind of wondering what people's gaming habits are like around Christmas. Make sure you let me know in the comments what kind of game you think of when you think about Christmas. Not Christmas game per se, but like what kind of comes to mind when you think about Christmas and playing games. I mean, recently, gaming's been really difficult around this time. I think the hardest for me has been trying to find, I mentioned time, squeezing time in to commit to things. Like obviously, like I'm massively into the likes of Fortnite. I used to be hugely into FIFA. I had to EAFC. I had to basically stop myself this year. Because I know the time it takes to commit to things like Weekend League and Champs and stuff. And I thought, you know what, I can't do that. That I can't, if I'm going to invest in it, it's going to consume me. I'll never be happy because I'll always be kind of like not in the same place I should be because I can't commit as much time. So that's kind of gone the wayside. But with Fortnite, that's a game that obviously I do a lot of work in as a host and work with FNCS and stuff. So for me, that's a big factor. Still trying to play that, but I've always got like a story or campaign-based game on the go as well. Obviously over the years gone by, I've dabbled in Apex and COD and all these different things that with mates of mine, which has been great. But for me personally, I find that the easiest thing is pick up and play style gaming because it's just exactly what it is. It says on the tin. It just you grab it, you can play it for 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever it might be. Put it down, come back to it later on. Big game for me this year, Black Myth Wukong. Massively enjoyed it. I thought it's been a great game this year. Haven't completed it just yet. I'm into platinum in games a lot now. But for me, like I platinumed Elden Ring earlier this year. Yeah, that's right. The big guy did it. That was just to prove to myself that I could do it. But also, the game's unbelievable. Haven't played the DLC yet. I should get on that. But with Wukong, it was just like kind of similar. Had those God of War kind of like side to it, as well as it did like Ragnarok, as well as Elden Ring, the boss fights, and that was really cool. But then this week, actually, and I've done a little few bits on it. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle came out, a game that I've been looking forward to basically my entire life, like my whole life, looking forward to this. And it came out this week, and I was lucky to get a copy a few days before launch, the day that the premium edition came out. So I think it was a Friday before, the 6th, I think it was, of December. I knew it was a first-person indie adventure, and I knew that I was going to be interested regardless. I picked that. I turned that thing on, and it's a PC game. I've got the PC version. Obviously, I'm primarily like a PlayStation user, but obviously got a gaming PC. Don't have an Xbox, but the PC, the Steam was perfect for it. It's just so the one for me. Like the opening 10 minutes of playing through like the tutorial is the opening bit of Raiders of the Lost Ark is absolutely ridiculous. Bit of ASMR going on here, right, with this coffee. But ridiculous, like to the point where I was so invested as a fan of Indiana Jones that I was won over in that first 10 minutes. You cut to 10 minutes after that, you get into the main game and you find out a bit more. And as time goes on, like I've played, like I'm basically trying to do every mission and do every single collectible, find every single thing I need to. It feels like Troy Baker's done an unbelievable job with the voice of Indy. Like it just feels like Harrison Ford talking to you. But it's just the fact that it's a first-person adventure and it's Indiana Jones and it's very familiar. Like it's kind of similar to other games. I love machine games like Wolfenstein, kind of like games that came out and things. I loved those so much. And the fact that it's Indiana Jones, it just feels like right, and the pacing of it is perfect for me. Again, that pick up and play aspect, really easy to jump in. I think the clues and the puzzles and the fun stuff, it's really taken me back, like to an era of like I'm just playing the game because I want to play it, as opposed to I'm hunting trophies or I need to finish it because I need to know about something. I'm just taking it all in. I'm not trying to rush it. I'm not trying to go, oh, everyone's finishing this first, I need to be there too. I'm just allowing myself to enjoy it. And I think that's what I'm getting down to here is like, kind of this kind of time of year, finding games like that are really kind of important, because I think we're so swept up, a lot of us, in like, always trying to be the best of the best all the time. Particularly if you're making content and streaming and playing games, you want to be the best of the best all the time to kind of, prove your worth, if you will. But also like, you want to enjoy these things from time to time. I definitely feel like I've taken a step back to do that. It's inspired me to think a lot more about this Christmas, about like, playing like the Switch with the kids. And I mean, they're really young, mind you. We hardly don't really touch games that much at all. But if we do, like my son yesterday was like, I want to play Pac-Man. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, that's, I don't know why that's inspired you, but let's do it. And we played Pac-Man and he freaking loved it. And Pac-Man is like the OG game. There's Pong obviously, but Pac-Man was, it's kind of like one of those kind of classic arcade titles that he's into. And it dawned on me again, like, you don't need the flashy stuff all the time. Sometimes it is going back to the gaming at its finest is just like, entertainment. And that's kind of what I felt recently at the moment here. But as I said, I don't know where this was going to go. I just started thinking about kind of like Christmas and gaming and whatnot and stuff. But as I said, like in the comments below, let me know the kind of games that you want to play. You're looking forward to getting this Christmas, but also I think more pertinently, more importantly, focus on the games that you think of when you think of Christmas. The games of Christmas past that have kind of come to mind. You think, oh, that was the year that I played such and such, or this thing that really stuck with me. I don't know why, it was weird, but it was a thing. Let me know. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think there. And I'll try and do more videos as often as I can. I think this is, I'm not even going to make a thumbnail for these videos. I'm just going to put things up on the channel and see what you guys, how you react, if you enjoy them or not. And you let me know. Hopefully you do. Welcome to all the newbies. Hello again to all those who have been here before. And this is me, Sav, signing off. Keep in touch and have notifications on, all that kind of stuff too, so you don't miss any more of these videos. It's been a pleasure. I'm going to finish this coffee. It's freezing cold. Could you tell? Probably. Bye.